Good afternoon, my people. What is going on? It is your main man, Charles Tank Harris, the founder and chief visionary officer of the financial literacy platform, Wealth Our Way, where our motto is wealth is not only for the wealthy. I welcome each and every one of you to episode 162. Do you like free money? But before we get into today's episode, I want to practice the attitude of gratitude and say thank you, thank you, thank you to each and every one of you who are here with me as I stream live across the Wealth Our Way Facebook page and the Wealth Our Way Network YouTube page. If you have not done so yet, please subscribe to the Wealth Our Way Network YouTube page. I also want to give the Wild Nation salute to all the members of Wealth Our Way Nation who watch this program in its pre-recorded state overnight, over the weekend, on their lunch break, wherever they can squeeze 15 minutes of financial literacy in. And then last but not least, a heartfelt how are you to the good folks on the Life 101 platform who listen to the audio recording of this very here program. So, we shut it down last night on the Financial Power Hour. Shout out to Irene and Brew. They came through. They just dropped so much knowledge and gems. Love you. Love what you contributed to the WOW family. We thank you for last night. Every other Wednesday, we are giving you a Financial Power Hour from 6 to 7 p.m. Eastern. Please join us. And, what I want to do with the Wealth Our Way Network is create and communicate content that helps you with your daily financial life. And today's topic was brought to me by none other than Wild Nation family member Lindsey Bronner, all the way out there on the West Coast, fighting these high gas prices, who came to tell me and deliver to me a great piece of financial news that I'm going to share with you all today. I'm always trying to encourage you guys to invest. I'm always trying to encourage you guys to open up Roth IRAs. I'm always trying to encourage you guys to increase your investment in financial knowledge. And now, with the help of one of the platforms that I'm already comfortable with, Charles Schwab, there is a tool out here to help you further this process. So I am going to do what is always scary to me, which is share my screen, how technology and me go, to see if I can show you this article that came from the website frequentmiler.com. So here is the website, frequentmiler.com. And what I did was Lindsey sent me a copy of the article. Schwab, new investors get $101 when funding account with $50. But that came to my phone. So when it was time to actually do the broadcast today, I had to look this article up because I'm not technology savvy enough to send it from my phone to my computer. So I just went to the Frequent Miler website, used the search bar, typed in Schwab, and this was the article that I was able to pull up, which is exactly the article that Sister Lindsey sent me. I'm just showing you how easy it is to get to this article. What is Schwab offering you? Schwab has launched a promotion to pretty much advertise and boost up the use of its stock slices program, which I'm going to touch on. If you open a Schwab account and you put $50 in it, Schwab will give you $101 invested in 5 different stocks. The 5 stocks are the top 5 holdings in the S&P 500, which we talked about before. And I'm going to scroll down into the article to see if they're there. They are not there, but I can tell you what they are. The top 5 holdings in the S&P 500, because I keep them on my phone, are, drum roll please. Let's see. We have Microsoft, Apple, Google, which if you look at Google on the S&P 500, it's not listed as Google. It's listed as Alphabet Inc. You have Apple, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, and Tesla. Even though Tesla shows up as the 6th highest component of the S&P 500, Google is actually broken into 2 different share classes. You have Google Class A, Google Class C. So I count them as just one Google. And then the 5th company would be Tesla. So here you are. If you want to own part of Apple, part of Microsoft, part of Amazon, part of Google, part of Tesla, and you want to own it for free. This is an offer you can't refuse. This is like Godfather. I'm making you an offer you can't refuse. You have to do this. You put $50 of your own money. They give you $101. They slice the $101 by 5, so it ends up being $20.20 goes into each of those holdings. Now, let's just say you are a very, very cynical, ungrateful person who doesn't like people telling you what to do, even with the money they give you. Here's what's crazy about this offer. So look at the terms. You put $50 into your account within 30 days of opening it. Once Schwab sees that, they put $101 into your account to buy the stock. 2 business days after the account's open, they'll start looking to see if you put the $50 in. When they see it, they credit you with $101. The next trading day after they give you the $101, they send you an email and let you know they're about to buy these stocks for you. You can tell them you don't want the stocks. You can tell them, thank you, but no thank you. I'll just take the $101 and keep it in the account and buy something else. I'm not comfortable with stocks. Maybe I'll buy a bond. You can do that. That's how generous this offer is. It shows you right here. Funding a new investment with $50 will get you $101 in fractional shares from Amazon, Tesla, Apple, and Microsoft, approximately $20.20 per company. And as this next paragraph says, if you are wary of investing in the stock market or would rather invest the $101 in any other way, you don't even have to let it be in these 5 companies. You can just take the money and change it to whatever investment you want it to be, but you only have 13 and a half hours once they give you that email to do that. So I think that's the most amazing thing that I have heard. I want to show you guys that, first of all, because I was on the screen with the article. Somebody tell me in the comments that you saw the screen, that you saw the whole article. Somebody let me know in the comments that I actually screen shared properly before I move on and start talking about it over here without the screen share. Were you guys able to see it? Thumbs up. Yes. So this is something that if you've been listening to 15 Minutes of Finance for the last year and a half that I've been doing this, and you're like, Tank, you've been giving us great advice, but man, I'm living check to check. I don't have 13 cents to rub together. It's rough over here. How can I get started with all this great advice you've been giving me? This is the way. This is how you do it. Besides for the contests that I've run that have actually given people money to open up their own Roth IRA because I'm that committed to you building your financial wealth, you now have companies like Schwab, Fidelity, Vanguard, who are giving you opportunities to build wealth because, why are they doing it? They want customers. They feel as though if they give you $101, you're going to stay there. You'll invest money over time. It's not like they're Abraham Lincoln and they're just doing it to be generous. They have a ulterior motive. But if the ulterior motive is to get you to learn how to build wealth, and it's given to you to grow your money, and they're starting you out, they're not just matching what you put in. You only put in 50. They're doubling plus $1 what you put in. How can you turn that down? That is free money. What I will tell you is, though, if it's in a taxable account, you will have to pay taxes in the year that you're granted the $101. It will be considered other income, and you'll add it to your W-2 income or your 1099 income or any other sources of miscellaneous income that you get. But are you mad at that? Are you mad that you were, even though so understand this, I'm just trying to it may confuse you. Even though you'll take the money and put it into a stock, and you normally don't pay taxes on your stock until you sell your stock at a gain, the money that you were granted to buy the stock is still going to be considered income to you. So you'll pay taxes on that $50, which for most of us is going to be somewhere between $4 and $20. $4 and $15 of taxes by the time that it's all said and done. So if you can't be happy with an amount of, can you set that up for a kid as a gift? Yes. Any account that gets opened, you can do this with. So when Lindsay sent me this email, I have I already have a couple of Schwab accounts, and Ariane just put in the comments that Fidelity has a similar offer. If you can't take advantage of this because you already have an account, you can have your kids or your spouse or your loved ones take advantage of this. And if you're on one platform and now that your juices are flowing in your head and you know programs like this exist, you want to jump on the other platform and use theirs, by all means do it. Hey, what's to stop you from opening up an account on Schwab and getting $101 from them, and then opening up an account on Fidelity and getting $101 from them? Get this money because it's free money. And it's just like I tell people with their 401ks. You always want to take advantage of the company match. You always want that free money. You'll never earn a high enough return to outpace the match that you're being given, because in most instances, it's 50 to 100% instant return. So you want to take that free money. Here, you are getting a 200% free return. You're putting in $50 and you're getting $101. If you can't understand why that's good, you need to go all the way back to episode 1 of 15 Minutes of Finance and start your learn on again. And then you still need to send me an email and have some one-on-one consultation, because you got to understand that this is a great, great opportunity. And it will only, when I was a tutor, I'm going to jump off track for a hot minute. When I was a tutor at the Great Temple University, I was taught how to tutor people, because it was one thing just to know what I knew and then to try to tell it to other people. You had to learn how to teach people. And I was told that, and I'm going to mess these percentages up, so forgive me, that if you verbally tell somebody something, they're going to retain 15 to 20% of what you told them. If you write it down for them to see, they'll retain 50, 60% of it. But if you have them write it down, if you have them do it, they'll retain 80, 85% of it. I can talk to you all day about stocks, bonds, budgeting, debt reduction, credit repair, and you're retaining some of it. You come here all the time, and thank you for doing that. And you're hearing it, you're retaining it. But if you actually go open an account and do the things that are required to make the account work, you're going to retain so much more. People tell me when they get on the Wild Wealth portal and they're entering their information in so I can see what assets, investments, and liabilities they have, they're like, just the exercise of entering this stuff in has taught me so much about my money. It makes me see it because I'm entering it. People underestimate the power of doing, just physically doing. I encourage each and every one of you to go on to schwab.com, and Ariane said it's also available on Fidelity. See what offers are out there, and I will do a better job of bringing offers like this to you. Thank you again, Sister Lindsay, for bringing this one to my attention, so that you can start to build your wealth. There is nothing more rewarding than watching your work pay off for you. And if you have children, if you have people you love, being able to start them off on the path of wealth building is one of the greatest gifts you can give them. So Ariane says with Fidelity, when you open a custodial or youth account, you can use the match to invest right away, as Tank talked about. So there you go. I have one child still under 18 who could use a custodial account in one of these platforms. And then all my other kids are 18 and older. I can establish them as individual adult accounts. But here's something that we can talk about at Thanksgiving. Here's something that we can talk about at Christmas. Other than just the family stuff, we can talk about our wealth building. So Brew is asking me to post the link. I'm hoping that Tasha Wana or Renee will post the link, or even Sister Lindsay will post the link, because Big Tank is technology challenged, and I'm not even going to try and do that with the remaining 38 seconds that I have left here today. But if somebody could post the link to the article in the comments of the frequentmiler.com, or just directly from the Schwab or Fidelity sites, Wild Nation will appreciate it. If not, by all means, hit up info@wealthourway.com with an email, and we'll make sure that you get that. So with that being said, I want you guys to have an amazing weekend. I will see each and every one of you here next Tuesday with our next episode of 15 Minutes of Finance. And remember, wealth is not only